So, because Orange Man bad, right? Get out of town, man. Y'all not serious. The biggest threat to the United States of America is China. It's not now, nor has it ever been Russia, because Russia cannot hold its own borders. That's why they need so many nukes. They just don't have the number of people to cover the amount of expansive territory that they have. You know, I don't know what I don't know what they did to originally acquire that much land. People say, oh, it was Tartaria or whatever the case is. I don't know, man. Almost all of the history back more than 100 years is basically hidden, scoured over the world, and you got to dig it up to figure out what's really going on because they don't want you to know what's going on. Who knows what's really going on? Who knows real history? You can't go back more than 100 years because everything's hidden or lies. And that's a serious problem. That's a serious problem. But again, like I said, Russia can't defend themselves. They don't have the manpower. They never did. That's why the whole thing with Ukraine was such a big issue for them. That's why they didn't want Ukraine to be part of NATO, because it's so close to their western border. And because the land is so flat, and you'll hear Trump say over and over again how flat the land is, and it's just basically killing fields and everything like that. They can roll right through there, right into the Kremlin, you know? Like, that's a very serious conversation that needs to be had, but nobody wants to have that conversation because everybody wants to make Russia the big bad guy. Russia ain't even that big or that bad.